Welcome to Spotlight. I'm your host, Amitha. Join us weekly to get inspired by guests who'll share their success stories. RBC National Top 25 Canadian Immigrant Awards is a national awards program that recognizes the inspiring achievements of Canadian immigrants. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, this prestigious awards program is in its 12th year, just celebrated it, and we have 25 winners. It continues to be a symbol of diversity, resilience, and the importance of coming together as Canadians. Since its inception, this program has honored about 300 newcomers for their achievements in Canada. Today, we will be talking to three award recipients of 2020, Dr. Shanthi Johnson, Mr. Basavaraj Halli, and Mr. Kanwar Dhanjal. First of all, let's speak to Dr. Shanthi Johnson, Dean of the School of Public Health at the University of Alberta. Welcome, Shanthi, and first of all, congratulations on the award.
Thank you, Amitha.
So we are very proud to see you as a Canadian immigrant who is changing Canada's landscape. Let us first enlighten our viewers about your professional journey thus far to your current position.
Absolutely, I'm delighted to. Amitha, everybody has a unique journey. My journey has been quite special for me and unique to me. That started in India with a strong foundation and education that I had. And following that with my education at the University of Western Ontario in London for my PhD and postdoc, and my academic positions subsequent to that, that's taken me to the role that I have in leadership, leading the fabulous School of Public Health at the University of Alberta.
Amazing. So how does it feel to win this award? I mean, what does this mean to you?
The award is an external recognition of the community that enriches Canada every single day. We know from Stats Canada about 20% of Canadians are foreign born, and this recognizes the contribution that immigrants make every single day, not just the 25 people, but the 20% of Canadians who continue to make that difference in Canadian fabric. So I'm delighted that it is an external recognition of the community contribution.
Very well said. What do you think in terms of your projects thus far got you on that radar of this awards program?
One thing I've always strongly believed in is in community engagement, working with partners, working with students, working with professors to make it bigger than one individual can contribute. So through my research in aging and health, I've partnered with health systems, I've partnered with seniors themselves, many volunteer and not-for-profit organizations as well. And so in the future, I'd like to see and strengthen that communities coming together and making more contribution than individuals can achieve.
So if with all the projects that you are part of right now, if there was one that was close to your heart that you would like to enlighten our viewers about, what would that be?
My research program helps to keep seniors as healthy as possible for as long as possible. That really resonates with my heart. And that is a project that I worked with the home care in promoting functional mobility so they can provide self-care, meet their family before and after COVID, perform activities of daily living that matters most to them. So that project and that thematic area resonates strongly. The other bigger overarching picture is public health. Our health starts and ends in our communities. So recognizing the role individuals and communities play and advocating for it through my leadership role has been incredibly important for me as well.
Well, that's amazing. I mean, you're a true example of the Canadian spirit. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, you are keeping these projects going to make sure the quality of life in the community is great, and your particular passionate niche towards the seniors, those who are disadvantaged, that again speaks in the Canadian spirit. Now, I know you make it sound simple, coming all the way from India and getting to your current position, but I'm wondering, were there one or two challenges that you faced along the way, or if you did, what did you do with them?
Mhm. I would frame it as a difference as opposed to a challenge. I came from a very well-rooted and deep-rooted community. I knew people along the street. I knew people knew by my association with my family. Here I came alone as a grad student, didn't know anybody, so came from a place of known and established and connected to a place of unknown, not connected and not established. And that path had to be created through meeting people through our church or through our fellow grad students. Establishing that community is extremely important, because you can't really achieve anything in isolation. You need each other to support and guide and carry you through. And so I think that would be extremely important challenge if you frame it, but also an opportunity to get to know people, meet new connections, put down new growth, right? In a new country that you were not born in.
Very well said. I love your spirit, and I'm pretty sure your story resonates with a lot of our viewers who are watching, who come, from a different country into Canada and make Canada their own. If you had any words of advice for those newcomers who are watching us, what would those be?
Mm-hmm. Sure. When I was a brand new grad student, international grad student, my trajectory I wasn't aware of what that trajectory was going to be. My focus was on immediate and now, to do an extremely good job in whatever I was doing, put in that hard work that's needed. And also think about the assets people bring. Oftentimes I find in small group discussion, immigrants or women or a certain group of people are very inhibited in terms of what they would share. But I want people to recognize that the tremendous skills and experience every one of us bring to bear and create solutions together. So the confidence in the skills that possess, the working hard, that's important. There's no shortcut or magic bullet. And also one day at a time, right? Oftentimes you don't know that long-term trajectory, and focusing on the now is okay. And moving forward is important.
Very great information there, and the tips you have given in terms of, first of all, recognizing what is within and utilizing it to the maximum. And again, speaking of the Canadian spirit, the diversity that different members of the team bring together, that's what you bank on, and then you have your projects come together. So amazing advice. So it's no surprise why you have won this award, because you are one of the trailblazer Canadian immigrants who have contributed to Canada. So once again, Shanthi, hearty congratulations for winning this award.
Thank you, Amrita.
And thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. We wish you all the best in your upcoming projects, and we look forward to hear from you more.
Fantastic. Will do.
So that was Dr. Shanthi Johnson, one of the 3 award recipients that we are talking to today. We have more, but before that, it's time for a short break. Welcome back to Spotlight. Today we are talking to some of the award recipients from the 2020 National Top 25 Canadian Immigrant Awards. And now it's time to talk to Mr. Basavaraj Halli, CTO and co-founder of GoFor Industries. Welcome to our show, and congratulations on the well-deserved award.
Thank you very much, Amitha. Thank you for having me on the show. I'm very excited to be here.
Well, we are excited to find out more about you. So tell us, our viewers, first of all, about your professional journey thus far to the current position you are in.
Thank you, Amitha. I'm very happy to share. I started my journey as most of our software engineers would in India. A very strong educational background, a whole lot of global work experience working for my working in my previous job. Obviously, when I started as a student, I didn't quite know what to do, right? So, and then I always had this in my head that I want to do something different than most of my own friends, my own colleagues were doing. But when I, when I went through the school and then basically did some of my, assignments as part of my job, I quickly realized that what I want to do is build something new. So, and that's what I've been doing for last 7-8 years, right? So it has been, a number of startups. Some have actually worked very well, are still, growing. Some did fail. So there was an immense learning along the way, right? So when I came into Canada as a solutions architect to build, build an industrial printer. The moment we landed here, it was very pleasant experience, right? So really there are a number of Canadians who really embrace the immigrants. Kind of, they are always there to help you. Along the way, I quickly realized that I cannot be in job and in entrepreneurship at the same time. Got out of my job, started with the startups, and I'm very happy to share that we have been we have been very successful so far to the size of our company. The kind of efforts that we are putting.
So what kind of services or projects has your company been part of that, again, once you again put you on the radar for this award?
Obviously, business, our current business is primarily a logistics, technology-based logistics solution provider for construction industry. Essentially, it is last minute, last mile, on demand delivery of construction materials. As you know, construction is the backbone of the economy, in most developed and developing countries. So our mission, our goal is to really optimize and enable technology within the construction. Now, along the way, what has happened is we did provide employment to a number of people. Not just that, there are several owner operators or contractors who several hundred and maybe in thousands work through our marketplace, and then we are source of their we have become source of their income. So
amazing.
And the best part of all of this is the business itself is doing really well during COVID. Not just in terms of the volume that we bring, it is also providing work for people who have lost their job due to this pandemic. So I am very happy about that. The other part is it is really enabling people or allowing people to get contactless deliveries and minimize exposure to the viruses and the risks that's there out there right now.
Okay, amazing. I mean, everybody has a different story to tell, and your story is so inspiring. Where you probably didn't have a straight path to where you are today. There were a couple of trial and errors, a couple of failures along the way, but here you are now, successful. The GoFor Industries, and you have made a name for yourself. Plus, you have contributed to Canada's economy as well, as we heard the employment you have provided and the fact that you've kept going despite the COVID-19 pandemic. So you're already a hero in the community, a community leader. But what does this award mean to you? Like, what is the importance of this to you?
I think more than me as an individual getting an award, right? It is basically really recognizing the contributions that immigrants make to Canada, and that's how I see it, right? So while Canada welcomes everybody with open arm, the people who come in also contribute significantly to Canada's economy and Canada's growth, Canada's all aspects. So I just happen to be one who got recognized, but there are several thousand or maybe in millions, who have actually contributed significantly well, and I'm very happy to be representing all of them, in accepting this award.
Well said. Do you have any words of advice for our viewers who are newcomers to be like you?
I think this is this is my advice, right? So dream big. Canada is the country where you can achieve all your dreams, primarily because this is the place where your talent gets recognized. This is the place where people are open and very helpful, will actually help you get achieve that dream. It's whether it is community, whether it is the government programs, all of that, the environment, all of that helps you to really achieve what you're setting out to do, right? So do not come here just for working for somebody. Come and make a real difference, not just for yourself. Make a difference for the country that you are immigrating into. Make a difference to your own home country. That's very important.
Amazing. So be a true global Canadian. Very
Absolutely.
well said. Once again, congratulations on winning this prestigious award. And we look forward to all your upcoming work as you contribute to Canada. Thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you very much, Amitha. Very, very happy to be here.
So that was Mr. Basavaraj Halli, one of the award recipients for the 2020 National Top 25 Canadian Immigrant Awards program. We have more, but before that, it's time for a short break. Welcome back to Spotlight. We are talking to some of the award recipients for the National Top 25 Canadian Immigrant Awards program. And now it's time to talk to Mr. Kanwar Dhanjal, CEO of Just Industries. Welcome and congratulations on the well-deserved award.
Amitha, thank you so much for your wishes.
And we are so excited to find out about everything that you're doing in terms of contributing to Canada. So first of all, let's start off by you telling us a little bit about your journey thus far to the position you're right now.
Amitha, I came to Canada in 2007, started my journey as an immigrant. With the grace of the God, with my hard work, and I already had a big dream to do something better for myself, for my family, as well for the community. That's what I'm here for.
Yes, great. And how did that translate and over time become Just Industries that you are part of right now?
The point is, when I started my journey as a technician to come into Canada. Then gradually I grown. After coming to Canada, after 1 year, I started my own company, Just Instruments Inc., which you put right. And we started from the garage or the basement. And with the hard work, with the support from the community, with the support from the industry, with the support from the management side, we have grown up every year. So we have a good growth for every year, yes.
So that's great. I mean, you started with all the limited resources. It sounds like where you started, and now you're, huge and big in the community. So, what does Just Industries provide in terms of services?
So our Just Instruments Inc., we provide the services in automation and in process control industry, mainly to the food sector. We provide calibration work and validation work. So we are doing these services across GTA. Yeah.
Okay, great. And what are some of the projects that are close to your heart and the recognitions you have received thus far beyond the awards program?
What I said, my main thing, how we can contribute to the community. So I started my journey with the Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce. So I'm still a life member of the ICCC, what you call. And I started with the committee member, then committee chair, then director. Then 2017, 2018, I was the president of ICCC. And I really thanks to ICCC for giving me such a knowledge and a platform to perform in this business community in Canada. And I would like to say during my presidency, I took the business delegation with the Prime Minister Justin Trudeau while his India visit.
So, wow, Mr. Dhanjal, it sounds like your plate is so full with everything that you do, not related to just Industries Inc., but everything that you do for the community. So, receiving this national award this year, why is it important to you?
I feel really honored to be one of the recipients of 2020 Top 25 Immigrants Award. And at the same time, I congratulate all the recipients of this award for 2020. And this is really a big thing for me. This is a big achievement in my life. Also, this is a lifetime achievement for me, honestly.
That is so well said. It is. I mean, you're doing everything that somebody does in a lifetime with the amount of time you've spent in Canada. So there are many people watching us today who have heard your story and want to know more, and you're inspiring them today because as a Canadian immigrant, sometimes we go through a lot of struggles trying to figure out our identity, trying to get our feet on the ground. So what kind of advice do you have to those viewers who are watching us?
Well, I won't say the advice, but I'll say it's my journey or my experience, which I would like to share, that one should be grounded to the earth. Especially when you are in Canada, you should go with the system, with the Canadian system, right? One should adopt the Canadian system. Leave the baggage behind what you're in the former country. Now you're into a new country, go with the new system, give it the new bylaws, give it the new rules and regulations, adopt them. Merge with the system, then dream high, have a big goals. While you have big goals, at the same time, you should have milestones also. So each milestone is a journey towards your goal. And don't do anything like you want to be a millionaire within a day. No. Go slow and study. Definitely success is with you.
Very well
Right?
said. So slow and steady wins the race, and be persistent is what I hear.
Absolutely true, yeah. Be persistent, be consistent. Goals are there. You can achieve the goal there. This is a land of opportunity. Whatever you can dream, you can achieve it. You can achieve your goals. Be trustworthy, be honest with yourself, be trustworthy with your partners or your associates, and you can win anything from here.
Thank you so much. You embody the Canadian spirit so well. So it's no surprise you have won this award this year. So congratulations once again to you, Mr. Kanwar Dhanjal.
Thank you so much. And I would like to thank ICCC, Indo-Canada Chamber of Commerce, and Brampton Board of Trade, Brampton, and all the communities who has helped me to reach to this level. Many thanks to everyone.
Well, we wish you all the best, and we look forward to every project that you are part of, whether it be Just Industries Inc. or everything you're doing as part of the community. We wish you all the best. Thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you so much, Amitha.
So that was Mr. Kanwar Dhanjal. And today we are so grateful that we were inspired by 3 of the top 25 Canadian Immigrant Award recipients for 2020. Their stories are so inspiring. It inspires us to have a dream and never give up. Well, that's a wrap for this week's show. Thank you for watching us. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and write to us at spotlight@ethnicchannels.com. Until next week, this is Amitha signing off, encouraging you to dream big and work towards it.